Hello, I'm Bruce Lord from Healthy Land and Water, and today we're excited to be here with Col and Jackie Clark on their property at Oakey Creek, south of Beaudesert. And we're here to hear about some of the practices and strategies, including growing multi-species crops, implementing natural sequence farming principles and planned rotational grazing that they've been implementing on the property to improve their drought resilience and sustainable productivity. Let's meet Col and Jackie and hear about what they've been doing on the property.
I'm Colin and this is Jackie. We own a little block south of Beaudesert called Oakey Creek, and we grew cattle and horses and a little bit of lucerne for years. We first got in touch with Healthy Land and Water about 20 years ago, and we learned about rotational grazing, and they helped us in with some wire and water, and that made a huge difference to keeping the grass growing, keeping good ground cover and all good sustainable things, and we're very happy with that.
We have a holistic approach to this, to our farming. So Colin just mentioned that we do rotational grazing, and along with that we also are really into biodiversity, as in multi-species cropping. As well as that, we incorporate biodynamic organic farming.
The biggest inspiration to us was if you drive through any farming country, you see very run-down farms. They've been overstocked, they've been overgrazed, burnt, and they're just run down and the organic matter's finished. We wanted to go the opposite way. We want to build our organic matter, get ground cover. I want to be able to drive across any of our paddocks and not being able to see if it's black soil, red soil or white soil. If you can see soil, you haven't got enough ground cover. That's our basic principle.
So this looks pretty healthy, Jackie. What have we got here in terms of the summer mix?
It's pretty wild, isn't it? But we've got, as you can see, a nice healthy chicory one there.
Yeah, the chicory's
and
excellent.
The cowpea.
Yeah, legumes are really dominant,
really
great in the mix. And our grass-like plants, you had millet,
we had
and
millet,
you had sorghum here.
Forage sorghum, yeah.
And then some brassicas as well.
Yes, yes.
And I see over here we've got the yellow flowers, so we've got some, is that the sun hemp?
That's the sun hemp, sure, yes, there.
Yes, for 48 years while I was on Rahane, I always looked down on this floodplain farm, which we call New Farm, and in my ripe old age of 70, we eventually bought this farm. Once I would have looked at it and said, well, we'll just fence it into quarters and so forth. Through our wire and water, we've been able to break it into many more paddocks, so we can rotate the cattle around and break the tick and worm cycle. That's important because holistically we want to be organic, we don't want to use chemicals, and rotational grazing has enabled us to do that. With the wetlands, the advantage on the driest continent on Earth is to slow the flow of the water, catch as much as you can. You don't just have the water rush off in gully rushes. So we've respected and fenced the wetlands. Instead of having them bogged bare by cattle, they're lush, tall growth, which slows the flow, drops the silt, catches the nutrients, even increases the infiltration into the aquifers, which is important. We're certainly not greenies, but I'd have to say any ecologist would have to appreciate the richness of a healthy wetlands, and we certainly appreciate it.
This looks like a cattle salad bowl, doesn't it? They have
it's a really healthy biodiverse salad mix for your livestock. So.
Yeah, and they really do love it.
We were very daunted when we found the big wetlands and strings of waterholes and reedy areas. Once, when I was a sod buster, I would have got the land level in and drained the area, but now I think it's to be encouraged, slow that flow and let the water drop all the nutrients and so forth. So no, we've got a long way to go, we've got a lot of trees to plant, but it's something I want to be proud of long term, to have kept it in its natural state and improved it.
I'd have to say we're passionate, probably that's the word that comes to mind about what we're doing.